Hello everybody, I'm Dean Barber, founder and CEO of Barber Financial Group. This month's economic update, I'm going to review what happened in the markets for the month of April. We had good things across the board, but more importantly, we're going to talk about what we see coming for the balance of this year. Hello everybody, I'm Dean Barber, founder and CEO of Barber Financial Group. Welcome to the monthly economic update today. As I record this, May the 3rd, April was an amazing month for the markets. I want to start by taking a quick look at the markets, and then I want to give you some background on what we see happening moving forward for the balance of the year. So let's start with a quick look at the market. As you can see here, the NASDAQ was our number one performer for the month of April, up 7.53%, and SLY, a small cap, was only up by 2.26%. But if we take this and kind of look at everything in between, everything positive for the month of April, if we look at this on a year-to-date basis, our small cap and mid cap are really kind of taking the lead here, up 20.19 and 18.26. NASDAQ is the laggard year to date, just up 7.73%. Now, in a normal year, you'd say, well, 7.73% year to date through April, those are some pretty darn good numbers, and I would agree with you. S&P 500 up 11.61% year to date. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 10.84%. So on a year to date basis, the small caps continue to perform. Now, we've talked in the last couple of months about how the markets are overvalued. And if you look at the markets, from a price to earnings ratio, you would still argue that the markets are overvalued. And I've had a lot of questions coming my way, as have many of our certified financial planners here at Barber Financial Group, of how long can this really last? So let's address that question. Obviously, we had the global pandemic, and some of the things that we're seeing today, the chances of obstacles being in the way due to the pandemic, day by day continue to wane. And so the consumer has a position right now where they are really ready to spend, and you're seeing that across the board. Let me review a few numbers with you here. Housing starts are off the charts. Housing starts are looking unbelievable. There is far more demand than there is supply, and that will continue to force new construction. And that new construction, as you know, leaks into all kinds of different sectors of the economy. Retail sales, really strong. Inflation, now that's a big question we'll be getting. Inflation, what's going to happen with inflation? What our indicators are showing us right now is that we are going to continue to see some price acceleration. And I don't want to go off of Jerome Powell's speech and just say, hey, it's going to be temporary, but really what it looks like is the price acceleration that we've been seeing should peak out by sometime midsummer. And we should see the price acceleration start to slow once we pass midsummer. Non-defense spending in the first quarter of this year was up by 9.7%, which is really good. We've had some problems with the supply chain, and the problems with the supply chain are really twofold. One, we've got companies and businesses and industries trying to replenish their inventory that was drawn down, and then they had that lack of production due to COVID and all those issues. But the second part of it is the demand is super high right now. And so there is a ton of demand. We have a really positive and a strong outlook for the balance of this year. We should see accelerating growth in the economy. 2022 at this point in time still looks strong, and so does 2023. And all of the leading indicators today tell us that from an economic perspective, we should continue to see good things. Now, remember, just because we have a strong economy, that doesn't mean that it's always just smooth sailing for the market. That's why it's always critical for you to be in contact with your financial advisor here at Barber Financial Group, talking to them about your tolerance for risk, your objectives, reviewing your overall financial plan to make sure that your investment portfolio is as it should be for you. I hope this helps, and I appreciate you joining me for the monthly economic update. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And if you want more content like this, check out the Guided Retirement Show.